Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Level World of Warcraft, the War Within series, where we are attempting to level every single class, different race every single time, or at least most of the time, as best as I can. And this is our Warrior Malakyal. Thank you so much for joining me today in this journey. We are back in the Redridge Mountains, just really beginning getting our bearings and returning to the Magistrate Solomon, where there is a long line of everyone attempting to voice their concerns and as to what's going on, and no doubt getting ready for re-election season, and maybe the magistrate will no longer be the magistrate, or in this case, Mr. Solomon. But I thank you so much for tagging along in this leveling journey. Fury Warrior has been awesome. The more and more I get into it, the more and more I really start to understand the talents and whatnot, which we do have some talent points we need to spend, which I'll get to here in a second.
Be careful.
The more I focus on it and try to study and read up on Warrior, 'cause this is really the first time I'm playing this class. It's doing really well, but Redridge is a wonderful looking zone. Kind of reminds me a little bit, just a little bit, of where I'm from, at least in the countryside, because it was definitely a little bit more mountains or mountainous and whatnot. A little too amber for my liking, though. I mean, hence why it's called Redridge. But Tasamiru Aliach, the journey continues. Now, forgive me if this build isn't exactly proper. Again, kind of going with what I feel is best, but also kind of trying to read a guide a little bit. Is this worth it, or is that worth it? Sorry, y'all, just trying to read a little bit here. I don't necessarily care about going the most optimal for this character. At the same time, I do see Malakyal going really far. The main objective in this leveling series is to obviously get to the level cap and then continue and potentially continue forth. Raids are going to happen on every character in this series. So Malakyal's not going anywhere, but in terms of optimizing her, that's kind of where I'm struggling a little bit. Not so much in terms of optimization in gear, because gear is just so well streamlined. And definitely in retail, it's incredibly streamlined. But when we're talking about skill points and everything, how optimized can I get her? But we do have a lot of things to take care of in Redridge, it looks like. Gnolls. We've got, seems to be some caverns up there, which I'm thinking we're going to go to at some point. And then on top of that, we also have, well, there's the Blackrock guys. So we have, okay, so we got orcs, we got gnolls, everyone's favorite. We've got caverns, probably bandits, I would say, or I would guess. So quite a bit to take care of. Redbridge has got a lot going on, man. Spies. Oh, good. Dude, he's looking right at me. Like, okay. He could have got, he is too. Y'all gonna come and do something? I'm clearly trespassing into your guys' territory, but I guess y'all aren't gonna do anything, so we're just gonna continue here. He's gonna aggro. Yep, okay. He's gonna aggro. Let's go ahead and take care of him. That was pretty funny. I just stand there. Imagine somebody crossing into, enemy territory in the lines, and you're just sitting there looking at the one guy with the binoculars from distance, and you're like, dude, what are you doing? Blackrock guys, goodness. I never played the Alliance side on Classics, so was the Horde also a problem in Redridge, or did the Alliance pretty much have a good like stronghold capabilities on it? Trying to see if I can avoid this guy, but he is probably going to continue. No, doesn't look like it. That guy will, however, and so will his friends. Gotta be careful not to pull too much. Hit level 28 though, so hey. All right, so let's see what we got in these caverns. Lam atala atayam dersi. Probably butchered that a little bit. I definitely think my pronunciation is quite a bit off, so my apologies. But essentially, I haven't learned my lesson yet. Caverns, doesn't matter. Retail, classic, makes no difference. Need to be aware of surroundings. That could just be the warrior and me thinking that I can just take on the world. However, one thing I am really starting to pick up on, however, is the fact that I'm really starting to kind of hone into the spells and abilities. And what I mean by that is some of these I'm noticing are starting, some of the talents are starting to combo with one another. And with every class now having basically essentially a self heal, it's making things a little bit easier. Again, while most would argue that MMOs over time have streamlined things, I'm not going to disagree with you. It's definitely made things more compatible and definitely a little bit more easier. Simplification, there is nothing wrong with simplification. Yes, it takes a little bit of a little bit of challenge out of it. However, it allows people like me, to be quite frank, learn more about the actual class in itself. And I am now just realizing I'm in the wrong cave. Okay. Yeah, another good frame of reference, or another good tip is always check your surroundings. I think what we're gonna do is just take the hit. Normally you wouldn't want to do this, especially in classic. The durability and everything, the hit would be too long. The wounded status would be, I think it's like 30 minutes if I'm not mistaken, at least in classic Annie. But here it's not so bad. I'm actually kind of surprised. Yes, the repair costs are going to be a little bit more, but ooh, good big spooter over there. I'd rather just take that because I would rather just do that because that's actually not bad. I mean, whatever about the oh my goodness, these gnolls. So I'd much rather just do that. That way we can just go back and go to the right cavern this time and complete that quest and everything. Much rather just go ahead and take care of that. But if y'all are interested in curious more about the playlist, or you're just starting off on this episode in particular, there is a playlist card. I believe I'm going to put it somewhere in this video. I believe it's going to be in the beginning. It'll take you directly to the playlist specifically for this very specifically for this warrior's leveling journey. We also have a classic Annie guild, well, former guild dungeon rating series, and there's a Cataclysm classic series also going on the channel, as well as a Seasons of Discovery short series. So World of Warcraft is definitely in its Pokemon Renaissance type of era, where there's just so many different versions of the game to play and there's just so much to do. There's a lot going on, and you can pretty much play any iteration, almost in a sense, any iteration. But I'm going to be honest and sit here and say this. Retail gives you, in my opinion, gives you the best bang for the buck in terms of making everything easier while still retaining a lot of what made WoW WoW. What I mean by this is that there's just so much content and everything is streamlined. Like, we just got done with Westfall. Westfall was very streamlined, but it only amplified certain elements of the original questing. Whereas here in retail, it's just, in retail, it evolutionized, in my opinion. Just made everything a little bit more fun without the long, drawn-out questing that just, it gets old after a little bit. Although I will say this, WoW's questing in some ways was never as bad as, let's say, like Final Fantasy XI's questing. Like, you can't compare the two, but FF11, oh my goodness, so those quests, oh my goodness, you'd have to go to the wiki to see everything. You would definitely have to go back just to read simple things. But we're back in the cavern that I decided to take a little nap in. Well, I guess we could say Bismillah. Let's cut through these guys. No challenge to us at all. Let's get these quests going, and let's head back to the magistrate and see what else we got going on. Execute again, still coming in clutch for us. Ooh. I also do like that. I really like how you can just complete quests on the fly. You don't necessarily need to go back into town every time. That, again, just speeds up the process a little bit. But I hope everybody's journey is in Azeroth, regardless of what version of the game y'all are currently playing, or just playing every version of the game. I do hope y'all are having as much fun as I am. If you happen to see Malakyal in game, or pretty much any of the characters I make that we're gonna be leveling, please feel free to say hi. Currently on the Blood Furnace server, I can't imagine I'm going to be. Oh, Yaller, hey, we passed him. I know exactly where he is. We'll go ahead and take care of him in a little bit. But yep, going back to the roots a little bit. The Blood Furnace server is where I'm currently at. Mainly because the game is just so cross-server and just open to pretty much anything. It is a primary Horde server as well. I chose that for good reason. Even playing on the Alliance side, I kind of wanted to retain being closer to what I'm familiar with. But I gotta say, playing the Alliance side has been really fun thus far. Learning a lot, enjoying it, and just having a lot of fun. I really appreciate all the support on the video series as well. Regardless of which ones y'all have been watching, I really do appreciate it. Constructive feedback is always appreciated as well. Definitely would like to improve anywhere I can, and I believe I'm definitely trying to. Let's go take care of this guy right here. Again, really playing into the comboing of abilities, and oh, I hope that Demon Hunter didn't need this guy, because I would have waited. Didn't mean to take that, man. I'm sorry. But we now have the crystal that is going to allow us to take control of one of those mountain giants over there, and I believe we're going to use that, if I'm not mistaken, to rescue the guy underneath that boulder. How he's even alive is truly beyond me. But let's see what we can do. So here's a good question for y'all. Would y'all live in Redridge if you could?
For the Alliance.
I think I would. Definitely think I would. Leggings of Sorry, leggings. Lagars of Invasion. That might be an upgrade a little bit. Oh, everyone at attention. Salute as an officer passes. Colonel Trotman. He's even got the gray hair, so you know he's been on for a long time. Sorry, Lieutenant, I didn't snap to, or sorry, Colonel, I didn't snap to, I would have got in trouble. Sorry, Colonel, I didn't snap to attention immediately. Pardon my, what was that guy's name?
Honor, friend.
John J. Keishan.
Light bless you.
That's a heck of a name there, my friend. We do have people to save, as the magistrate still has a whole line going out that door. How all these people's cases have not been heard yet. Or pleas, cases, whichever. It's kind of beyond me. I mean, that courtroom would have been gone. But it seems like we do have, in order to properly save Redridge from what is going on, we do have former military units to recruit to the cause, it seems like. Now, I thought the basement would be in the back. Considering these are older homes, the cellars would typically be on the outside and they go to the back. So that's my country boy train of mind going, but clearly was overthinking. Ooh, that does not look halal to me. Oh. Okay, Alliance. This would be completely illegal in most cases. A fight club just in the basement? I mean, Redridge gets down, man. Redridge gets down. Makes me a little bit even more excited to see what we're gonna take on in the next region as well. I can't believe we're already so many episodes in. It just, again, retail just keeps going. The level of smoothness. Ooh, I like that. I like that little warlock over there. It's always cool to see the void dudes.
What can I do for you?
I think their revamped models a little bit look great.
For the Alliance.
It doesn't take any away from their little, their characteristics a bit. Weapons of war. Recover his bow and his survival knife.
Be careful. For the Alliance. Be careful.
So managed to find the campsite for our first member held hostage by the Blackrock guys. I'm going to do what in the world? Oh, that's another. Okay, my apologies, y'all. That was another player. I was like, what in the world just dropped in there? It didn't wake the wolves though. I'm a little hesitant to jump in there. I understand the wolves are asleep, but I have a very, knowing my luck, I have a very bad idea that if I jump in there, I'm gonna regret it. So I'm gonna try to avoid it and just go with the outer perimeter and circle our way to the guy. See if we can save him. At least that's my plan. That's my thoughts. Again, I sincerely appreciate everybody here for joining in the journey leveling series. It's gonna be fun. Haven't decided quite yet what what will be the next class we're going to level, but you can definitely say if it's any England, if it's anything like it is now, I'm sure regardless of the class and regardless of the race selected, it's going to be fun. Probably going to try to balance it out though. If we were already doing a Human Alliance, I think we should go Horde side for the next one and then just maybe keep rotating. I think that'd be a pretty good balance. Just keep rotating. Can't wait to take my Malakyal to Undermine though.
It's too far away.
Looks like we got some help. Nice to see. Very cool to see more players out in the open as well. I mean, this is really what the World of Warcraft is all about. Community gathering. Even if you don't have to do it all the time, even if you don't really need it, it's just cool to see and cool to team up with other players, especially because of the looting system, how it's changed now so much. That is a nice little ride. Very nice little ride right there. Good company always makes things a little bit better.
Far away.
This guy's a mage too, so. And we're definitely starting to, outside of these stuns, we're starting to really tread. Goodness gracious, my guy. Well, you definitely didn't skip leg day, that's for sure. Mester, my man, you are moving. Nice change of pace as well. Honestly, he moves faster than I do.
I need a target.
These Blackrock orcs are no problem for us, even as a duo. Outside of these stuns, but I'm the tank. That's kind of what we do. Messner said as a mage, he's like, shoot, I don't need no friggin' staff, no wand. He said to heck with it. We're just going fists, bare bones fists, and we're just moving. Unless that's the dragon dude, the little dragon guy making those shooting those fireballs. I swore I thought it was Messner. Maybe I'm seeing things. Funny how all that time in captivity did not slow him down, not even one bit. Makes me excited to see all the other guys too. All the other members of Bravo Company. Player housing is going to be pretty cool to see if the locations are centralized to zones and if they're instanced. It'd be really cool to see in Redridge. We're going to go ahead and use our Griffin here. I really don't make a lot of use of this little bird friend. Whoa, 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 whoa. I guess that makes sense that he can move that quick. It kind of looks a little weird though when I'm flying and then he's just zipping and zooming all the way. Almost reminds me of like some bots from like older FPS titles like Unreal Tournament or something. Just like the tracking. This is just fun to look at.
Well met.
Marshall.
Go with honor, friend.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Redridge is a little funny. So we still have 3 quests over here. I still got 3 other members to go ahead and tackle. I did want to go ahead and take care of that quest, or go ahead and turn that one in. But yeah, look at this. I mean, he's just zipping and zooming. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I would much rather prefer this versus like the old escort quests. It's just fun. Sorry, it's just funny to see. So it's just funny to look at. Oh, that looks a little familiar to me. Blackrock depths are calling. Alrighty, our last member of Bravo Company is... Ooh, that doesn't look fun. There's an overload right there, so let's be careful about this. Actually, let's just go ahead and test it. Let's just go ahead and test it. Why not? Got a full group. Got Bravo Company with me. This is gonna be... We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. This guy's hitting very hard, though. And the Warlock on my left isn't helping. Where's Bravo Company? Oh, no. Oh, no. Ugh.